What's up, Comic Book Nation? Welcome to Comicbook.com studio. Brandon Davis here, joined today by Jim Viscardo. We have a special event going on here in the studio. You know
this
why?
Is exciting.
25 years of the animated series, Batman the Animated Series. Batman himself, 78 years old, first appearance in Detective Comics, 1939. But Batman the Animated Series, 1992, 25 years ago, and we're celebrating. Jim, tell them what we have.
Look, the Batman Animated Series is what got me into Batman, and these figures have always sort of had a special place in my heart because they were the first Batman figures I got. The vehicles, the Batmobile is still the animated series Batmobile is probably my favorite. It's one of the better, I'd say it's the best looking one.
There are over 50 action figures from Batman the Animated Series. They started in 2014. We have 5. We have this new line. This is a really cool set. The packaging alone, you're not going to want to take this out of the package, so we're going to do that right now because we are going to dive in. We have 5 figures. Jim, which one you want to start with? I'm going to let you take the lead here.
Let's start with the swing action right here on the box. Boom. It starts out with Renee Montoya. This is the Gotham City PD Rogues set. I want to hand this off to you for you to pull out and put on our little spot here. So this box is actually really, really cool. So I mean, obviously, you know, we have all our villains here in the windows. There's a piece on the back, actually, right here, of the villains that are not in this set. So obviously Harley Quinn, the Joker, the sort of a plain-looking one there, maybe Two-Face, maybe Penguin, who knows? And then obviously the Riddler. But those are not the figures we're playing with today. Obviously, Renee Montoya is going to be the first one. Cool thing with this set is these new figures have always had a lot of interchangeable parts, and there's heads and with different facial expressions, hands doing different things. Renee Montoya comes in. I'm going to slide this in over here. These are all hers. Obviously, she comes with a pretty nasty shotgun, revolver, a hatless face, and of course, different hands.
Michael Wade in the comment section just now said, "Where's Kevin Conroy?" Can I tell Michael Wade something? Guess what? Tomorrow, he's right here in the studio. And if you want to win this, we'll tell you how in just a couple minutes, so stay with us. Let's move on to the next figure.
One of the things I want to show off on this box, and if we can pull in on this, so there are lights on this thing that correspond with each of the, let's see if we can't shadow it.
Trying to cast shadows here.
But you can see the lights actually sort of pop in, but they correspond with each of the characters. So, you know, if you're going to put this on a shelf and you want to leave the things in the box, this is a very, very cool thing to do to show off to all your friends and be like, we're just going to be in awe of this set.
It was absolutely made for display purposes.
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's
break it in.
We have Bain out here.
Bain.
Can we start with Bain?
Let's start with Bain.
Check that out.
So you take that one.
I'll take that. I'm being delicate here because, like I said, we're going to give this away. We'll tell you how to win it in just a couple minutes. But first, we're going to take it out of the box, and we'll show you each figure that can be yours.
Yep. One of the cool things about this set too is
Bain skips leg day.
Bain totally.
Bain absolutely skips leg day.
But like what I love about these figures totally capture the style, that Bruce Timm style of figure. They're nice. They're heavy figures. They're not dainty. They have just enough points of articulation on them to you can do action things like that. Bain doesn't really come with much other than some extra gloves and hands. But one of the cool things is, I'm going to put this right here. I don't know if we can get in on that. The stands come with character turnarounds straight from the character designs for the series. Bain is a fan favorite character. Do you think we're gonna see Bain return in the movies, BD?
Oh, we're absolutely going to see Bain return in the movies. Are you kidding me? It won't be Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's Venom now. But we'll absolutely
miss that Bain.
The question is, when we see Bain in the movies again, will he look like this? Or will he look like he did, we've breathe through a crab?
We've seen both, and now I guess we're going to get something in between. Killer Croc, obviously this is not the Killer Croc that most fans are used to seeing Suicide Squad, and even a lot of his recent appearance in comics. Killer Croc comes with a dumbbell weight. He's going to be spending a lot of time in prison. He's got to work out.
Pretty good details.
I love the bumpiness on him. And he's got those great, deep, sallow eyes, which just, were awesome.
He's got some good detail on the face and everything. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the dumbbell, I'm a fan.
This next one is my favorite. Probably my favorite character, or my favorite villain since the Batman the Animated Series. I'm going to let you open that because that feels like it's too much.
Does he come with
Mr. Freeze?
Does he come with an accent?
If only. Mr. Freeze, the Batman Animated Series version of Mr. Freeze is one of the best. I mean, obviously everyone knows the Heart of Ice episode that sort of put this villain sort of right back on the map, and he's been terrorizing Batman sort of ever since. But he's one of those guys that's like, he's a villain because he'll go out and steal some stuff, and but like you feel bad for him, right? Like this guy who just had the love of his life, lost the love of his life, and is just really angry about it. But I mean, you can't beat this design. This is one of those things that once this design came out, the comics emulated it, and we just sort of went forward from there. And last but not least is
Certainly
Poison Ivy, the most the most delicate of the figures, which is really cool because when you look at the sort of figures side by side, they all the scale between figures is really great. I mean, she looks massive in your hands right now, though.
She does. I mean, but I'll put them side by side. I'll put her next to Bain.
Well, that's Killer Croc.
Sorry, Killer Croc. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, when you just look at the height difference there, it's really, really cool. She comes with a rose flower bouquet and obviously some other different hands and the turnaround stand. But overall, this is a solid set for $175.
Let me
it's
show
available.
A shot of how many extra parts you have total. You have two little packages here that sit behind the figures in the casing, and this is all extra hands, heads, details. I mean, you got the flower pot for Poison Ivy. You have the little character stat sheet down there. I mean, and stands to help them stand up because some of them they might be a little hard to balance. But I mean, this is made for display purposes.
Absolutely.
This is from the packaging to the figures and all the details and all these extras. It's absolutely made for display purposes. So it's pretty cool. It's $175. It's available this month. That's some people might think that's a little steep, but I think you get what you pay for in this case because you have a really cool set of figures. That's a little bit more than $30 a figure, but all these figures, like we just showed you, come with
a bunch of stuff.
How many extra props, hands, accessories, and this one in particular is going to be free for somebody.
It sure is.
It sure is. We're going to have Kevin Conroy in the studio tomorrow. We're going to be talking all about Batman the Animated Series in honor of 25 years. He's in town here in Nashville for Wizard World Comic Con. If you're out there, if you're in the Nashville area, go to Wizard World, come say hi.
Come see us, we'll be there.
But today, Thursday, Comic Book Now. We do Comic Book Now every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will comment in the comment section with a link to our page. Round of applause. Thank you very much. We're going to give this away. We'll tell you exactly how to win it on Comic Book Now. It's really simple. You just watch the show, you enter, there'll be a link, and this can be yours. And next week we will announce the winner. But this Batman the Animated Series, 5 action figures, Renee Montoya, Mr. Freeze, Bain, Poison Ivy, Killer Croc. It's $175 available this month. I totally recommend checking it out. Let's give them one more up close look.
One more up close. And then for more on Batman, the Animated Series 25th anniversary, make sure you head on over to Comicbook.com. We've got a ton of stories up about the show, some history pieces, things like that. Something like Mark Hamill was almost not the Joker.
Woo! Could you imagine anybody else playing the Joker?
I mean, no. It was almost Tim Curry of all people. Right? Anyway, head on over to Comicbook.com. Make sure you tune into Comic Book Now later today to win this, and we'll see you next time.